Over the past year, conservatives have launched a campaign against an art form with a centuries-old history among LGBTQ performers. Many Republican lawmakers and activists argue that drag performers are inherently inappropriate, sexual in nature, and pose a threat to children. A new law in Tennessee restricts performances in public. Repeat offenders could face a felony charge and up to 6 years in prison. The law is the first of its kind to pass, but may not be the only. There are similar bills being considered in at least 17 states. For Story and her friend who performs under the name Harry Scary, it's begun to feel like their very existence is a political act.
The agenda is to just exist and to feel valid.
The agenda is to be able to go to the bathroom without having to worry about being punched in the face.
And all we can do is say that it's bad and it's wrong and please don't do this to us. But they have found us to be a really effective political tool.
Since the tragic shooting at a Christian school in Nashville, the nation's eyes have been on Tennessee. Gun control took center stage the same week the drag law was set to take effect. Historic youth protests broke out at the state capitol. Democratic lawmakers who took part were expelled and reinstated. And since the police initially identified the shooter as trans, the state has felt like a powder keg.
I was just sick over it. Then I found out about the identity of the shooter. My whole soul just sank. It's just going to be one more thing that they're going to use to try to exterminate us.
And joining me now is Antonia Hylton to talk more about her incredible reporting. So, Antonia, this Tennessee law is currently being halted, but that pause ends later this month. How are drag performers preparing if the law does end up taking effect?
That's right, Ryan. So this law is under a temporary restraining order, but just for a couple more weeks. And that's the point at which performers are going to find out whether or not they have to go to trial to defend this art form. The lawsuit came from a number of performers living in the Memphis area who argued that this law was a violation of their First Amendment rights. And a Trump-appointed judge actually has, for the meantime, agreed with them. Just minutes before this law was set to go into effect, put this temporary restraining order in place and asked both sides to provide additional information. And so we'll find out later this month whether this law ultimately is set to go into effect or what the performers are going to have to do to perform safely in the meantime. It's already had a chilling effect, though, you should know. Performers tell us they've changed their routines, they've hired additional security because they're concerned, regardless of whether or not this law goes into effect, about how people in their state may treat them going forward.
And the law is pretty broad. In fact, it doesn't even mention the word drag. Is that the case with other anti-drag bills in other states?
That's right. And so what you're seeing often is language like adult-oriented performance or female and male impersonator. But make no mistake, I've talked to these lawmakers. I spoke to the person who drafted this legislation, Senate Majority Leader in Tennessee, Jack Johnson. And while the word drag isn't in the bill, this is a law intended to restrict drag performances from in public or any place that a child might see them. And so while the law could technically, due to some of that vague language, apply to, other sexually explicit performances, or some people have brought up, restaurants like Hooters, the reality is that when you hear from lawmakers about the actions of enforcement that they're looking for, they're consistently talking about drag performances and often referencing LGBTQ-operated venues.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.